Hey guys, what's up? We are back here in Paul's Boutique, which if you're not familiar, the boutique is named after me. This was kind of a cool passion project that I had many years ago. 2019, we opened this room officially and Ray had no idea that I was opening it when we first made it. But yeah, I made this with all my own time and money and then donated it to the park essentially. I knew that this space was available. Treated it like it was a workshop and pretty much told everybody that it was my workshop. Built this out. Jackhammered the hole through the wall after I got Ray's approval on bringing this as to be part of the building, and this is just like a really cool hidden corner inside of the park. I heard a few people refer to it as they felt like they were playing Tony Hawk and they discovered the hidden skate park when they first came upon this room, and that's exactly the kind of effect that I wish that it would have had. And I've had a couple of ideas cranking around in my head about how I'd change it, and this is just one of them, but essentially, I had all my projects wrapped up for the summer, and now I'm just going to power through and then make this corner kind of capsulated in with still an emergency exit access. And yeah, very excited to tie this whole part of the room together. So we'll take a look at this. So essentially, this is what we're working with, and this is the picture that I drew, kind of helping me get my numbers in place. Right now, we have the existing 5-foot quarter, which is a 7-foot 5-inch radius. We pushed this one back and cut the deck back a little bit, so this is actually giving us a little bit more floor space. Being that I pushed it over that way, that gave me 2 feet to play with on the floor over there, so I'm gonna make a 2-foot wide section that's gonna be 9 feet tall. And then the 7-foot tall quarter pipe with the pool coping on it over there, I'm extending up and then bringing that one over and making a radius piece that goes between the two, and then filling in a couple of bowl corner slivers, but then leaving a hole in the bottom for some egress for an emergency exit that's over there. A little bit of a distinction of what's flat bottom and what's ramp. Yeah. Hey, what is up, you guys? I got the last piece about ready to go into place for this whole cool corner that is really tying and bolting in this entire room. This corner here is going to open up a ton of lines and make it a lot safer. We're not going to have like a blank corner anymore. Basically this whole thing was elliptical, so it took a ton of math to figure out what was going to work where. Basically I was going from a 7'9" radius down to a 6'8" radius, so we had to make that up throughout the corner right there. I've had a pretty good idea of how to do this for the last few years. I've been thinking about it and finally had the time to do it and the courage to take on the task. Very excited to see what kind of lines you guys are going to come up with on it, and we're looking forward to hitting some test laps on it as soon as we're done cleaning all this stuff up. All right, so in this whole shape thing, it's like a hollowed out corner. We had to have access to a couple things in the back. Basically, you can walk right on through this thing, but I added in these 45-degree sections right here for a little bit of safety. Essentially, to get over this thing, you only have to carve like 2 feet. You can approach it pretty slow. But this thing is, like I said, is going to open up a ton of lines that we didn't have in this room. And then after we were done with that, we filled in the bottom here. That way you can catch some cool lines, like you could hit a grind on this quarter pipe here all the way across and then pump through this bottom here without riding off the side like you used to back in the day. So this is just kind of opening up some more flow. And like I said, this corner is a lot safer now, just being able to like roll through that. And you're not gonna be able to ride like off the side of a ramp anymore as far as that kind of stuff goes. And so yeah, when we were framing up this thing here, like I said, there were 2 different radiuses that we had to match and meet in the middle. So every single one of the ribs got bowled out, just like a typical bowl corner. But these ones on this side are tighter than these ones on that side, and we just kind of adjusted the radius as it went around. Pretty excited to see how everything matched up. Yeah, I can't wait to ride this thing. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, so we do a ton of work here in the park. I dump a ton of my personal energy and creativity into making stuff happen around here, but this room is a definite like take on the weird stuff that goes on in my brain sometimes. Making all the tight lines fit together in here is just a taste of the tight style of like DIY-ish riding that I really enjoy. This is like kind of reminiscent of a DIY skate spot or like a Midwest indoor garage setup that we kind of grew up riding and building ramps inside of way too small a space. Yeah, just kind of taking a box that's a little bit irregular and making it cool. Just trying to fit whatever you can in it. Just as creative as some of the trails that we lay out inside of the building here. So a nice little offshoot that we did on this particular section of trail is this cool little technical thing off to the side. We had a little bit of room to use in this space. Oh. And I wanted to squiggle around and make it a little bit more technical. That way you can put your sport course skills to use throughout the green trail. That's some of my goals that we've had lately. So we only got a couple of weeks left of the summer kind of renovations. We're open at 2 o'clock every single day, so I only have a short block of time. So this is perfect for these small projects. We are here right now inside of the old family pass room. Built this trail 2 years ago when we did the foam pit expansion and all that stuff and moved the pass rooms. The original trail, all this wood was donated by Shred & Co. It's a bunch of old pressure treated 2x6 picnic table tops. Came up with this kind of elevated turn and kind of swoopy trail that goes all the way through the room. Pretty stoked on how all that turned out, but it did leave some blank space in the floor that I'm just trying to fill in right now. So what we're working with is that stuff over there that runs through off the side, a skinny that's going to be downward sweeping, and then we're going to be getting twisty-turny all through this stuff right here. And you're going to be able to blend back into the berm or make your way out of the room on another skinny portion of trail. Very stoked on how everything's been turning out this past summer, and thank you guys so much for tuning in to see all the stuff that we've been working on. I am very pleased with everybody's reactions, and I can't wait to see throughout the season the way that you guys put all this stuff to use.
Well, that's it for now. Please do that like and subscribe thing that everybody asks for, and you'll get a little message when we put the video up every Wednesday. Thanks, and we hope to see you next Wednesday.